Hi everyone, Nathan here from Mighty Lancer Games. Welcome to this evening's stream. And nothing. Welcome to this evening's stream, and we're going to be painting this chap this evening, the Eldritch Demon from Reaper Miniatures 77113, who features in our latest Reaper Miniatures sub-box. Hi, C. Jono, how you doing? And Sharon, how are you doing, Sharon? This mini is in our latest sub-box, so there's one of these waiting for you at the shop, C. Jono, next time you're passing. How is everyone this fine evening? So, just done a little base coat on this guy so far. So his body is currently just painted me water. Forest green from Reaper Miniatures. And the tentacles here are ashen rose, and then I'm just using some grey liner just to block in the base at the moment, and then we're going to try and do something a little bit more imaginative with him. Get a little bit of blending, a little bit under the weather. That's no good. Sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon. I myself am all good, apart from being a little bit bunged up. There's a bit of a cold going around at the moment, but I feel fine. Just apologies if I sound a little bit nasal this evening. Hi Moxie, how you doing? So I was just saying that this chap, the Eldritch Demon, is in the latest sub-box, if you've not been and collected it yet. And I'm going to be painting that this evening. I reckon I might get it all mostly done this evening, to be fair, because the colours are going to be fairly standard across the model. And this is going to form my duo mini, I think, for the RCL with Wicked D.
Pete's in the house.
Hi, Pete. Hydrate. I'm a double hydrate. Been saving myself ready for the start of the stream, so take full advantage. So, just getting a little bit of grey liner here on the base. There we go. Right. And then we're going to start trying to do something a little bit more imaginative with this guy. So my idea is to try and blend the green into the pink, if I can, down his tentacles here. And this evening we've got some brushes on test. So we're trying out a little bit of a break from my Green Stuff World brushes, trying out some new brushes that we've been sent as samples from Rosemary & Co. Hat me! Oh, okay. Here we go. Start with those. So I won't keep blocking the camera. Right, so yeah, we're going to try out some new brushes from Rosemary & Co. We've got a couple of different ones. So the one that I was just using is a red dot, a synthetic brush, and it's only done a little bit of work so far, and if I'm honest, I'm not overly impressed with the synthetic one. So we've only done a tiny little bit of painting with it and washed it out, and it's hooking slightly on the end already, which is not a good sign. And then I've also got a Series 101, which has got this more chunky brush handle, which I like. So we went through the catalogue and picked ones that we like the look of. We've got a Series 98, which you might recognise. This is the same kind of style handle as the Army Painter brushes, with the big chunky triangle handle on. So that's a pure sable one as well. So we've got that to try out. So those two are 2 zeros. And then we've also got so that's the red dot one that I was talking about to start off with. And then we've also got a Series 33 and a Series 22 Kolinsky sable. Okay, just a second there. Sorry, I thought you were going to put it on me.
No, I put it on you.
I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so we've got a Series 33 and a Series 22, and we've got a size 1 in both of those. And you will notice, if I can get the caps off, that the tips are very, very similar, but the Series 22 is ever so slightly longer in the point. So got those, and then from my own collection, and I've never used this brush. Is it this one? What have we got? A 22, a 33, and then I've got a 33. There we go. I've got a Series 99, which, so I've had this brush for probably about 2 years. I've never used it, and apparently these are excellent as well. The Series 99, that's got a very long point on. So we've got that, and then also got this to try out to see whether it was any good as a dry brush. So this is a Series 142 brush, and it's got a nice flat end. I think the hog bristle or something like that on these. So we'll give that a whirl at some point. But these are just to try out, and if we decide that we like them, then we're going to start stocking them in the shop. So Rosemary & Co aren't really set up for stores to stock their stuff. So hopefully we can do some good stuff with them. Right, let's make a start on doing something with this chap. So I've got a little bit of forest green here, and I've got some ashen rose there, and I'm not going to mix my paint with one of these fancy dancy brushes. I'm going to pick an old brush. No, I've got one here. I've got I was just trying to figure out what I was trying to figure out what was going on in chat, because I don't really understand the comments. But anyway, never mind. So
well, let's help you. Pete says that his signal is rubbish. He's got no video, but he'll have better internet soon. That'd be cool, Pete. Moxie says that he loves that mini and he'll pick up the box tomorrow.
Right.
Then CGNO made you put a hat on, which is your horns. Sharon says, "Ooh, nice. Love Rosemary & Co." Veeman Aqua said, "I figured out what Mrs. MLG stands for." Then CGNO made you put a wig on, which is why you look like you do currently. And then Sharon said, "Oh, interesting. Haven't really explored their lines. I've only tried Series 33. And Veeman Aqua says that Mrs. MLG stands for Mighty Lancer's Girl. And I said it could be that. Or it could just be that I am the female married one, hence Mrs. Mighty Lancer Games, and you are the male married one, hence Mr. Mighty Lancer Games. But, It's been a long time since I've been called a girl, so I mean, I'll have it. So there you go. You're all caught up now, and Tony says hello.
Hi, Tony. So, I've mixed a tiny bit of ashen rose into some forest green, and we're just going to start trying to blend that in. So I want it to come to pink at the end of the tentacles. And for this, we're going to use a Series 22. Yeah, testing out some new Rosemary & Co. brushes that we have got as samples to try out. Something else for Tony. Tony, your special order has arrived. Yes, it's nice. Yeah, it's good. The only thing that I would say is I've got used to having a thicker handle because I use the Green Stuff World one mostly. That's got the chunkier grip, very similar to this one. In fact, probably a little bit skinnier than that Rosemary & Co. one. But I'm so used to using this with the wide grip on the end, the black one, that this is a little odd to start painting with this, but we're going to give it a whirl and see what it's like. I think just a little bit of adjustment required, but that was why we got a selection. And I think Sharon's just said that she's only really tried the Series 33s, and I think that they're kind of widely regarded as the best brushes for just about everything, I think, according to the brochure. But some of these other brushes are supposed to have the same quality hairs and what have you in them, just that the brush handles are different. So we thought we'd try some out. So we know that a lot of people are very comfortable with the army painted brushes with the wider grips. So that was why we thought we'd try them out. The bugbear with the pumpkin head, we've got them in metal, see Jono, but we haven't got the plastic ones yet, the bones ones yet, because Reaper haven't got them in the UK yet, as far as I'm aware. But we are going to be looking at getting an order in with Reaper this evening, so after the stream. So if they have got them in by now, then we will check it out and we will get some ordered up. But yeah, we have got the metal version. The pumpkin-headed bugbear. We've got one left, Mrs. MLG says. So just added a little bit more ashen rose in. And so I'm just working my way down these tentacles. We'll see what this looks like. If it looks like a hash at the end, then we can always go back and alter it.
Are you wet blending?
I aren't, because I'm not really, if I'm perfectly honest, I'm not really sure what that entails. Yeah, well, I don't know. I might be wet blending. I don't know. What is wet blending? Someone give me a breakdown of what wet blending is, and I'll tell you if that's what I'm doing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what is when you blend your paints while they're still wet, so they blend into from one colour to another, so you have quite wet paints?
No, then. I'm not doing
Oh, okay.
that.
I mean, that's like a really basic...
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm not doing that then. I'm not blending it on the model. I am mixing the paint on the palette and then applying it to the mini.
So, because I thought you were going to use 3 different colours, you know, the darker and then a mid colour of the two, and then a light colour, so mix in the darker and the light colour in the middle to get a mid-tone and then blending them through. That's what I thought you were doing.
Oh, right.
But hey ho.
No.
yeah, like Sharon says, blending while both colours are wet.
Yeah. So I'm not really comfortable doing that, and I wouldn't want to do it for the first time on stream.
That's all right, sweetheart. I didn't know what you were doing. Sharon says that she's the opposite. I find it hard using the larger handles. I think it's a matter of habit. Yes, they say that the triangle handles are good for people with arthritis and grip problems as well, don't they? So we like to keep a few of those kind of things in, don't we? And Tony says he's the same, used to using a narrow handle. I am as well, because my lovely trusty Humbrol brushes that I always bang on about are a thinner handle. Hey Crafty! Mister is wearing a wig and a hat at the moment because he got wigged me and hat me. I know it's not technically a hat, it's some horns, which you could probably take off by now, but he seems to be enjoying it, so we're leaving him be. And we are trying out Rosemary & Co brushes to see if we like them to stock them. We can stock them, we've set it up with them, and we're just giving a couple a go so that we can see what they're like, so that then we can tell people our thoughts at least. So that's it, you're all up to date now, Crafty.
Yeah, so we're just giving this a try. I don't know how this is going to work. Trying to maybe I should have tried wet blending to get the.
I just assumed
thing.
that is what you were doing.
So what's the premise? I blob a load of the pink on, and then a bit of the green, and then I like work them into each other. Is that the thing?
Well, no, because you've got to be delicate. Blobbing paint on isn't something that you actually do. It's just words that you use. But sweetheart, you do you. Don't be swayed. I mean, that's a beautiful colour that you get in there. Crafty would like to know what miniature it is. Is it Cthulhu? It says.
So this is 77113 Eldritch Demon from Reaper Miniatures. So it's basically a mini version of Cthulhu. So they do a larger size Cthulhu mini, and this is a lot smaller figure. And he is about $5.99 or something like that, I think.
It's £5.79.
Wow, wasn't a bad guess.
I mean, I know because I can see the screen. So yeah, advantage me.
So yeah, he's a really nice figure. I wanted to paint this for a long time, so we put it in the sub box so that I could paint it, and then Wicked D and I are duoing on it for the RCL. So double win for me.
Tony says it's probably classed as spawn of Cthulhu. It's the right size. And Crafty says, nice. I've got Bone Sylvanian Lou looking at me right now. I've got one of them. I don't know where it is.
I've never painted a Bone Sylvanian.
No, I don't think they're your style, are they? Little Miss has painted some, and I've painted some, but I don't think they're not really you, are they? They're not really your style. But maybe you should give it a go one day.
Yeah, maybe. So just before the stream, I painted. Well, not painted. Stuck some transfers, some decals onto the tank I've been working on. I'll show you that in a minute. a Sherman tank, which I will be adding into my bolt action American army. Yeah, absolutely. So this is started off with forest green, a Reaper paint, where are we? Which is this nice deep green. That's the colour that the whole thing is painted in. And then the end of the tentacles here are ashen rose, and then I'm mixing the two. Let's wipe that off there. Mixing the two together to get this beautiful turquoisey colour, which I am now trying to apply, and then so turquoisey colour here, and then what I'm going to do is try and end up with like the pinky colour right on the very tips. So just mixing a tiny little bit in at a time. To get to a bit of a difference. And I've forgotten to do it on the underside, so I better go back and do a bit of that. Not that many people are going to be looking at the back side of this model, but you never know. Super. Yeah, I like the forest green. It's really nice. You sometimes need to get a couple of coats on though to get a good coverage. Otherwise, it can look really. Well, I suppose an example. I don't know if you can see on this wing here. You can see it's like really. Sorry. So on his bottom area and the base of his back, I've done 2 coats, so you can see how dark it is there. But on the wing, that's only 1 coat, so you can see that it's quite translucent. But the reason I've done that on his wing is because I've got something in mind for going over that. So I really put it on as a base coat on there.
I didn't realise he had all the markings all over it. It's got quite a lot of detail on it, really, hasn't it?
Yes.
£5.79.
I haven't decided what to do with all those markings. I did contemplate maybe going over.
You're not going to do them in the pinky colour or the turquoisey colour that you're doing on the tentacles, so it ties in.
I hadn't really thought about doing that. I was going to do them. If I did them a different colour, I was maybe going to do them gold. Right, I think we're ready for mixing a slightly different bit of colour in. So this is, so we're using a Series 22 Kowinski sable from Rosemary & Co, and this is a size 1, and I am very impressed with this. It's very, very nice. Beautiful to use, in fact. So I'm going to get this GW trash brush. This is one of the starter set brushes
Oh, that's what my mixing brush is.
from GW. Does it?
Yeah.
Where's Wicked D when?
She's not here.
Yeah, there you go. There's Mrs. MLG's Citadel starter brush mixing brush. You go, darling. Right. So let's need a bit more. Need a bit more pink.
So we can get Rosemary & Co brushes in. We've talked to them and discussed it, etc., etc. If we were to get them in, is there any special requests? Would anybody like us to order in a specific one, a specific range? Any thoughts on the idea?
Oh, sorry, darling. Sorry. So Excuse me, that was what I was just gonna say. I think the Series 33 are possibly the one that we're almost guaranteed to stock, and then anything else that we like the look of. So that was why we got these other ones in.
I like the tentacles with the white on it.
I don't think it's looking too bad, is it?
I like the white. I don't know if I'd like it with pink. I like the white.
No, that is pink.
Oh, that is pink.
Yeah.
It looks white. It looks white to me.
I
like that. If that's the colour you were going, yeah.
Yeah, it's ashen rose.
Oh, no, I like that. It looks really good, yeah. Yes, Series 33, size 1 and 2, Sharon says. That's all I use, so you are getting a repeat customer. Thank you, Sharon. And Tony says, yes, Series 33, size 4, 2, 1 and 0 would be fine. Cool.
Excellent.
I mean, we've got to find somewhere to put them in the shop, obviously, but yeah.
So Rosemary & Co, they're not really set up to sell to shops, so they don't have a display stand or anything, but fortunately we have just acquired a display from a different manufacturer, because we already stocked their range of paintbrushes and we got a display sent through when we ordered a large restock. So we're going to repurpose that display to use for these.
Asma says, I might be up for their synthetics. We tried, that's the first one, was it Red Dot?
Red Dot.
That we tried was the synthetic, because I was quite excited about the Red Dot series, the cheaper end of the synthetics, to see what they were like against my Humbrol. And I wasn't very impressed, unfortunately. It lost its point. I only painted. What was I painting? Something I painted recently. I can't remember what I painted recently. And it lost its point like straight away, and I'd even painted a full miniature.
Yeah, and I've only done a tiny little bit with it this evening, just to start putting a little bit of base coating on this guy with it, and it's hooked slightly on the end. It's barely done anything.
So we're not overly convinced by the Red Dot ones, but I don't know if there's a different range of synthetics.
We'll have to have a look in the little brochure.
But the Red Dot ones were probably a good price point, you see. So we thought, that's nice. We like to do lots of different price points. But yeah, we weren't overly impressed with it, unless we got a bad one. But it seems a bit unlikely, because it looked lovely when it came out of the box. I was very excited. Hi, Wickedy. Sharon says, I was eyeing up the size 2 with chunky body and very fine tip. Not sure of the name now. Well, we've got the book, so we'll have to have a look. Esma says, that's a shame. They have several lines. I'm kind of curious about their sword liners.
Oh yeah, we didn't get one of those, did we?
No. Well, we could only get so many to try out. I mean, Yeah. Wiki D says that looks good. Well, actually says it looks awesome. Tony says, can't remember the synthetics that I used, but they were a tenner for a bag of 10. Oh, I think these are not quite that. Sword liners. I ain't got the book here. You've got the book.
I don't know where.
No, you buried it under a tank, probably.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have a look. We'll have a look though and see and get a few. And Pete says you've got some. Hope everybody's hydrating at the same time. So Pete's finally got a decent signal. Hello, Pete. We're currently using Rosemary & Co. brushes to test out. Not that one though. That's a mixing brush. He's not doing that with his Rosemary & Co. And I am painting Mad Eye, 3-fingered weird guy, badly. He's got bug eyes, mine. I'm pretending that I've done it on purpose to go with his 3 fingers, but I really haven't. Looks like his eyes are popping out of his head. Pete says that you have to put a wig on and hide that bald head. It doesn't. It just says wig me, but I just added those bits in.
Charming. After all I've done for you as well.
Yeah, I'm going to come at you. You ready?
Yeah. Ah.
With the light on top of your head, you look like you're on fire. You are funny. That looks really good, sweetheart. You'll have to show us a bit closer when you've...
What? Everyone will be able to see how bad it is when
I... Oh, give her there. Ah, the gingerbread May, Wicked D says. Been called worse things. You do look like somebody, but I can't think who it is. It's that untamed beard that you've got going.
Yeah, I know. I need to have a bit of a sort out now.
You always go from one extreme to another there. You go, oh, I'll just trim it a bit, and then you come out the bathroom and it's all completely gone. So come on, tell us about your paints.
Okay, so we're on a very minty coloured mix here, almost about as far as we can go, I think, with mixing ashen rose into forest green. But we'll try and get a little another gradient in. Not sure I like it. It's just I don't know. I don't know if it looks like too much going on. What do you reckon? Does it look alright?
You know it does. See? Sharon says, excellent combo. Forest green and ashen rose. We'll keep that in mind. I see. See how helpful we are for once.
Yeah.
And Wicked D says, it's amazing. This is for your duo, I think, isn't it, Wicked D?
Yeah.
I'm doing my duo at the minute. I think it's my duo. Pete says, I'm going to start 77006 soon as my light warms up. As soon as my light warms up. And Moxie says it looks awesome. What's 77006?
Great worm.
Ah, oh, is that what I painted like Beetlejuice? Painted mine like Beetlejuice, Pete. Tony says, here we go. My synthetics are just called major brushes. Because of real abuse, but seem to be immortal. I don't use them for detail work though. More paint grabbers, mixers, slippers. Wickedy says, I know, I think my demon may become camera shy at this rate. Ah, don't be silly, Wickedy. How's the giant-y thing going? Is what is it? Cloud giant, I want to say, but I might have that wrong.
Right, I think we're going to go for some bright yellow eyes. Think he should have orange eyes. Green, orange or yellow? Orange or yellow eyes? What do you reckon, everybody?
Tesseract glow!
And claws. What colour claws should he have? Oh, let's not worry about that yet. Let's not worry about
Pink. That. Wiki D says that she's sulking at the leather. Don't be silly. Lemmy. Who's Lemmy?
From me, Motorhead.
Oh, of course. I knew that. Orange. Asma says orange.
Yeah.
Pete
orange.
Says pink, but Asma says
orange eyes. There we go. So we're going to go for some burning orange. Reaper HD burning orange. Ooh, what are you doing?
I'm smashing my glass on me light. Moxie says orange.
Yeah. That's what we're going for. Orange. Right then, so I'm gonna switch brushes. We're gonna go for
Tony says it's right wood. You'll have to look directly at the camera and we can all decide who. Ooh, did you see that fashion pose then? Flash to the camera fashion
blue
pose.
steel.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right,
silly sausage.
So we're going to try out a 2-0 Rosemary & Co. Pure Sable Series 101.
Ooh.
Which has a very, quite a short bristle compared to the... Yeah, quite a short bristle compared to the whatever it was, Series 22 we've just been using.
No, it's not having none of it.
No. Okay. So we're going to go with this. And we're going to try and not paint over all the green with orange.
Everybody got their holding their breath.
Yeah.
Ash says it looks like a nice looking brush.
Yeah, it's nice. What we need is the catalogue.
It's not Christmas yet. It's not allowed, Tony. Tony says you need to belt out. Wish it could be Christmas. Not allowed yet. I think there should be glitter and Christmas jumpers and all sorts of stuff when it actually gets to time when it's allowed to be Christmas.
Yeah, I can wear my Christmas jumper.
But yeah, it's Halloween now. No Christmas nonsense. No spoiling the magic of Christmas by making it 17 months early. We're going to decorate the shop soon, aren't we?
Yeah.
Aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Even though we tend to not decorate downstairs too much, do we? We just do on the gaming floor.
We did a bit last year, didn't we?
Yeah, but we don't go overboard too much with downstairs. We need all the decorations for the Halloween fun day upstairs.
Yeah, we didn't do upstairs at all last year.
No, because, there was some kind of global pandemic-y thing. I've been making my mask today. So we're making our Halloween costumes because we're tight. And I started making mine today. Actually finished it. It's very budget. It's not really our usual standard, but it'll do.
Can I take this wig off?
Yes, you can. So I was... Normally it would be face paint, but it's mask this year because I want to keep safe. So I hand painted my mask using miniature paints.
I don't know where the book is. So.
That's all right. So that we've got masks on as well as costumes. So that's what I was doing today instead of actually doing any work.
Then when you trick or treat, you end up giving people stuff. Oh, if you're a Santa for Halloween, I understand. I was just being dense. So, do you think that I should use these, like, turquoisey colours, aqua colours that I've made to do his spirally bits then?
Well, I would, but, I'm not, I don't really know, do I? So why don't you ask everybody else? See what they think. Why don't you hold him up and let's see all the detail.
Everyone will see what a bad job I've done on his tentacles.
Like you're waving him around. Go slightly towards the wall. Stay. So what does everybody think? All the swirls and things on his arms. What colour? Do you think they should be orange like his eyes, or tentacle colours, or you said gold?
Yeah, I was originally thinking gold, but
what's your thoughts, madame?
No. I don't know. Yeah, not Pink Pete. Sorry.
Well.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I need to do something else with the skin before I start worrying about those.
Well, you asked.
I know. Yeah, let's do something else with this skin bit here. Which what are we gonna do with that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I need to decide.
Come on.
So we're gonna get some forest green. Oh, we've got some forest green on the palette already. We're gonna get some forest green, and then I think what we're gonna do is forest green. Just got to decide. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go forest green, and then I'm going to get a bit of this that I've mixed up already. This kind of more aqua colour, and then I'm just going to mix those two together there to just make a slightly lighter green, and then we're going to use that as a bit of a highlight. I think that's what we're going to do on the bulk of his skin. So we're going to do that, and then see what happens.
Oh, okay.
See what kind of creative path I decide to take after that. So I think
it's cool that everybody in chat is like our lovely community and knows by now that there's never going to be a golden demon painting session.
Mm-hmm.
What colour should I have done now? Let's just mix some stuff, see what happens.
Yeah.
He said you couldn't see the swirly bits because he's watching on his phone. It's too small. And there was basically just some swirly bits. Maybe once you've done some of these. I thought you were like dry brushing it or something before you did the swirly bits. No?
No, I'm not doing a swirly bit. I'm doing his tummy.
Ah, what are you doing his dummy?
Yeah, I was thinking
You dummy.
rather than dry brush it, I would try and like pick out some of the detail, and then I could use a different one of these Rosemary and Co brushes and try it out.
What? You'll tell us that. Tell me about it.
So this is a Series 33. It seems that this is everybody's favourite, but I've never used one of these before, so we're going to give it a go.
Pete says, is anybody else having issues with WhatsApp? Apparently WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram and something else are all down globally, Pete. I'm not currently having issues with it because I'm not on it, but yes, it's a global issue apparently. It wouldn't let me post to say that we were streaming on Facebook earlier because Facebook's down as well.
There are servers having problems or something.
Well, they all kind of own each other, don't they? So one goes down, that's it. Tony says, make stuff up, have fun, and it's a win. Well, yeah, we're never going to change, are we, Tony? That's what we're doing. Just making stuff up.
Yeah.
Just make stuff up, see what happens. At least if we do it and try it and it goes wrong, you know not to do it yourself. That's what we're going with there.
Well, so far, Series 33 is a winner. It's very nice to use. Very smooth. Bristles.
Some descriptive words in there somewhere.
Yeah, the bristles are very nice. They're conforming well to the mini. If I don't stab with it rather than... I think that's always a surefire way to wreck your paintbrush, isn't it? Stab rather than drag. Or stroke. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Brush strokes. Stroking the model. Getting it on there a bit. Looks like it could be a Nurgle demon or something, this thing. It's got loads of blisters and pot marks all over it and stuff. In fact, I think one of our customers in the shop has painted the Cthulhu mini and uses it as a greater demon of Nurgle in his 40k army.
Tony's liking your tentacles.
Thank you, Tony.
Pete says I need more minis. I actually went shopping in the shop after hours, private shopping.
Yeah.
the other day when we made that TikTok. And I only purchased 3 minis. That's all I got. What's that all about?
Yeah, I know. And I've taken one of them back because I already had it in my pile of shame, so I've given you it.
4 then. 4 minis.
Yeah, gave you the one out of my pile, didn't I? Because I'm probably never going to get to do it.
Yep. And I'd rather keep the one in the blister for people to buy, and I'll just have your one that's been banged about in the cupboard. rattling around. Is maybe a better word. Rattling around in the cupboard. I can't think of what to paint for our large group though, kids. The one that Dave Sellers picked today is awesome. I really like that one.
What's that?
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that and I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, that one. Yeah, can't remember. But it's cool. But I can't think what I want to do. Which is stupid because, you think I'd have a million goth things, wouldn't you? Goth Victorian. But I can't decide.
I've got in my box of figures, I've got some pulp Victorians.
Pulp Victorians.
Yeah, from
are they Reaper?
Yeah, from the Chronoscope range.
Victorian. Dave has picked Smedley Cloverdash, the evil villain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 50187. Yeah, he's cool, isn't he? So that's on the old spreadsheet for Dave.
I'm going to paint this lady. I'm going to paint Lurien the Witch, the ghost even.
Yeah.
I'm going to paint that lady.
And Tony's painting Vanessa Ives.
She's been undercoated and ready for quite some time.
I just can't think what I want to do. Yeah, Tony says, I spotted my Victorian mini straight away. The idea and inspiration was screaming at me. I think it's going to look awesome, that's really it. Because I like that programme as well, so at least I know what you're talking about. Makes a change for me to be on the same page as others. We were watching that Cleaner, weren't we, with Greg Davies?
Yes.
And the first episode that we watched was, because he's a crime scene cleaner, and the first episode we watched, the wife had killed her husband because of all his painting models and ignoring her, basically, which I thought was quite funny, that we were like, oh, let's watch this, it'll be funny, and then it's all about the wife killing the husband. But you know the really, really sad thing, which I think just shows how my life has maybe slightly taken a turn since I retired. They showed a scale model railway, and I went, oh, we saw that train. And then I thought, I said that out loud.
I wasn't going to tell anybody.
Why not?
Because I don't know whether you would want to be known for recognising trains. I didn't recognise the train.
No, you didn't recognise. Well, you don't, Adam. But no, I'm not bothered about making a fool of myself or telling people anything. It's funny.
Have you told everybody in Discord about the allegations of our sexism?
No, I didn't. No, because I mean, like, some people might get offended, so I didn't want to, I didn't want to say. We have to say now, aren't you? We made a TikTok. We just make daft stuff because we think it's funny, and someone said that we were being sexist, but I'm not entirely sure in what way, seeing as how I think they were trying to say that it was against women, but I was in it and it was my idea, so I'm not entirely sure what I'd done wrong there, really. But hey ho, never mind. You can't please everybody. Some people do get offended at us two being daft.
Yep.
No shame in selling trains. No, there isn't. No, that's right, Asma. It was more that probably 5 years ago, me, if you'd have said you're going to watch a TV programme and notice the train, would have gone, why? Well, why would I do that? But yeah.
I need some more green.
It was a nice blue, you see, wasn't it?
Sorry?
Asma says some people just live to get upset at something. Yeah, I think it was. I mean, if we called any offence, then I'm sorry if it offended you, but I didn't mean to.
Right. How do you think green and blue are just going to make brown, aren't
Well, tell us what you're thinking.
I
What
was
you're trying
thinking
to
like
do.
the wings. I think I need to do something different, so it's not just all green. So the wings, but they don't actually have like membrane things like dragon wings, kind of specifically. They're just all there. So I was thinking like maybe a bit kind of like I've done with his tentacles on his face. If I like go from green at the top of the wings to a different colour at the bottom, whether that would be a bit too much. But I don't want to make it the same colour as his tentacles because it's like...
No, I
That's
think
supposed to be his
your
map.
tentacles need to really stand. I think they look cool, really stood out. Maybe just give them a lighter detail pick out. Is there any ruiny things on these wings?
No.
I think maybe just to give them a, maybe even a dry brush. I know you don't want a dry brush, but like just to pick out some of the details. Because I think if you start putting the same colour on the wings, you're going to detract from the tentacles. But again, that's just me. Tony says, now, if you look at Rod Gilbert and Greg Davis winding each other up with great affection, that's Kathy and me. I just pick on you, don't I? It's all with love there. Give him a big hug after stream. As Asma says, just a bunch of flabby skin is an excuse for wings. I mean, after all, it's an underwater creature, so those are wings for travelling through a liquid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
What? Yeah.
Right, so I've got some mixing some paint. That's how interesting is that. So I've got some Green Stuff World Abyss Blue.
Oh, you like it?
I do, and then I've just teased that in to the forest green. There. Just to I think that's gonna work. I wonder what that looks like with a bit of orange on that edge. Yeah. So I've mixed some of that, some Abyss Blue from Green Stuff World into some Forest Green, the thing, and that's given me this nice kind of green to almost purple shift across the palette here, which you can't see really very well on screen because it's a bit shiny, but it looks pretty cool, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of that on the brush, and I'm going to get it on, and we'll see how we can make his wings. So this is going to make his wings darker towards the bottom. I think this is what we're going to go with. I suppose this is kind of like wet blending because I've spread it across the palette. So right at this side of the paint is the darkest part of the colour, or the bluest part of the colour. I know. Well, that's kind of like what I'm doing. So this side's the blue, the Abyss Blue.
Yes, that's right, Asma. Yeah.
That's tricky, getting in behind his hand. And
Take care.
see you later.
Enjoy,
Thank you
enjoy
for
your
coming.
dinner.
And if this looks rubbish, then I can just paint them all back greeny. There's a little bit of a talon or something on the end, like a claw on the end of that one. That's quite defined. Do that in with some gloss black or something after, or a really dark gloss green. That might work. Keep the theme going.
Thanks, Moxie. We thought it was funny, but you know, we have a strange sense of humour, so maybe that's it.
It's really good. Like 40,000 people have watched it, so it can't be all bad.
Yeah, we've had a couple of negative comments, but most people thought it was funny and that took it in the vein it was supposed to be in, just a bit of fun. And you're never gonna please everybody, and also when people comment negatively, those comments help the algorithm as well. So you know, win-win. Wiki D says, "I'm being hardcore and eating tea at the PC." We have to have tea early or we have to have tea on time. Is more like it on a Monday because we have to sort Little Miss out and get her tea and everything all sorted. So I can't remember what we had. Sausages. We had sausages. Didn't we today?
Yeah.
So we were on time for once. We're normally running around like loons, but actually we were sat waiting to start the stream today. That's made a huge difference, and I got myself all confused and thought that I'd like missed it and I had the wrong time because I was just sat here waiting. It was strange.
Yeah, I did me tank.
You did, yeah. You'll have to show people your tank while that's drying. I have a question for you, then, my darling.
Yeah.
How long are you streaming for today?
What time is it? Almost finishing time. Well, we want to have a look at doing that order and stuff, don't we? So I think.
But you said you'll probably finish it on stream, and
yeah,
I laughed. And I just wondered. It wasn't. You have to stop.
I said that we'll get most of it done, I think. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I will finish the wings, and then we will call it a night, and then I will finish the rest of it later.
Giddy says you've got to stream forever. Yeah, be careful, Tony. You know, might turn it round on you. There's another one that we filmed at the same time, where I made Mr. MLG do one on his own and do a bit of dancing, and that's funny, but I've not put that on yet. I've not put it on yet. Hi, Joe. Pop the tank on Discord. Yeah, it will. He'll flash it up here, and then he can show. You're not finished it yet, have you? Your tank?
No, I've got a little bit of weathering and stuff to do on it yet.
We are just for Geralt. We are painting. Obviously, we're just painting. We're painting the miniature out sub box and trying Rosemary & Co. brushes at the same time because we're going to stock them.
And I'm enjoying this one. I think you should have a go with these.
Yeah?
Yeah. See whether you like it.
Okay. I just went for the cheap one because I don't like watching expensive.
Yeah, well, if you take care of them, fine.
It's that bit that's the problem. I'm used to just my nice cheap ones that I don't have to worry too much about.
Yeah, it's good. I like this. I like the. Well, in fact, I've liked all of these. The sable ones. Just that red dot ones.
See about a different synthetic. I'll have to have a look at the magazine.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, because not everybody likes sable brushes, do they? So yeah, it's working on this, liking how it's going. Yeah, we've got a whole load of Tamiya kits added to the website today. Cars, motorbikes, and tanks in a variety of scales. They're coming together. Still lots more to add. we decided that we were going to expand our model offering a little. And we've got some.
But I've not added them, so you can't blame me if it's out wrong because I've not done it.
Yeah. And we've got more Hornby trains to add over the next week, and we've got some cool new RPGs to add. So yeah, that was what I was going to bring you home, and then it was raining too much. So we've got one that we've had before, but it's come in a different format book to what we've had before. So we need to get that sorted. That is Monster of the Week, and also Fate, the RPG system. So we have, but they've changed the book. So we just need to update the listing, and then we've got a couple of other cool things. So we've got a D&D graphic novel called Fells 5, which looks really cool. And and some other funky stuff, which I just can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, we've got a new board game. Well, not new to us. Escape the Dark Sector. So we've had Escape the Dark Castle before, but Escape the Dark Sector is a space version, which is well liked by various board game review sites. So we've got that in. And we've got a good restock on D&D books and expansions. Oh yeah, what's this? Oh no, you're just tempting fate there, Wicked D. Sadly, it hasn't. So we're still waiting. Customs, UPS's sort of customs clearing section emailed me over the weekend to ask me why there was something on the invoice that was a zero value, and didn't seem to want to accept the fact that we've already paid for it, and that Green Stuff Welder are just fulfilling our previous order that they didn't have stock for.
Thanks, Moxie. Take care.
And it looks like that might be what's holding things up now. So
well, that's ridiculous. They didn't have it in stock before, but we'd already paid for it.
Yeah.
So we paid for it probably last year, and then they've sent it now that Green Stuff World have got some in stock, and customs won't give us our entire order because of that.
Well,
that's ludicrous.
Yeah, well, I did get. I have had something that says that they've now submitted it for clearing, so hopefully. But random.
I can't believe him because you have 7 emails a day saying it's going to get delivered tomorrow, and then it doesn't turn up.
Yeah, but I haven't had that today, so we don't know. So it's just so strange that we've had one box out of the 7 already, and the others are still stuck. But before that one arrived, that one that we've had already, I did get this email saying that it had been approved for clearance, and then it arrived. So hopefully the others might start arriving, and we can get some stock, because we've got customers waiting for things, which is most frustrating.
Well, the problem that we have is,
and I'm waiting for things. I can't use my airbrush until it comes, because I need as part of it's a replacement part for my compressor.
The problem that we have is we don't want to put in loads of orders, because we could do with another order putting in, even though this hasn't turned up yet. Because obviously we've got to pay for it, and then if it's not coming, then it's not being sold, and then the money's not going back round the system. Because everything that we make just goes back into the business, so it's a bit of a vicious circle, really.
Yeah, it's really tough to decide what to do for the best, but we pretty much as soon as this order arrives, another one will be getting processed, but we need it to come. Need it to turn up so we can have a bit of faith, because if we're going to have this kind of delay again, then we need to set the ball rolling.
So thanks for asking, Wicked D.
Yeah. Not sure I like these wings.
No?
Well, I like it at the bottom. I just don't like it at the top. I think I need to
Well, you'll have to
do
show us
do more green in at the top.
See what you're doing.
Yeah. I'll just finish this bit and then I'll show you.
Everybody hydrate!
Nothing. Just in danger of getting too much paint in the brush. So.
Hey, don't you go bodging our rosemary tail brushes.
Yeah. Need to rinse.
Rinse frequently.
What's that?
You don't need any gold for anything, do you? I seem to have quite a lot now.
And which gold have you gone for?
Which gold do you think?
Brass.
I only needed a little bit.
Yeah, I could use it. I think. Possibly.
So what are you doing with this? What's happening? Come on, talk to us.
So, gonna just finish over painting this bit of green here because it's too bright, and then what I'm gonna do is hold him up and see what he looks like, and then make a snap decision on whether I'm gonna change it or not. So let's just get that bit shaded in there. So, I'll say so some more.
Okay, say so some more.
Here is what it currently looks like.
I like the blue.
So yeah, well I like it from the front. I like that, but I don't know whether I've gone too. No, actually, now it's dry now. I don't think it looks too bad.
I think it looks really good. I think it looks really good. How's that brush doing? Which one is it?
Yeah, it's alright. This is the 33. Yeah. Series 33. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the lighter orange on his eyeballs and then we're going to call it night. So for lighter orange on his eyeballs, we're going to go for some fireball orange. Let's have a little blob of that. And which brush shall we use for this? I mean, I could use this because it's got a really nice point on it. So let's do a bit of that. Holding breath while doing eyes is obligatory. It's whether I don't know whether to do a stripe or something on like the black kind of pupil, or whether just to leave them baleful orange. Might. I might put a little bit of little flash of pale saffron in there as well.
My yellow. How very dare you.
Yep.
I wonder where it'd gone.
No, you've got your own. This is mine. This is mine. So while I just give that orange just a chance to dry before I put the thing in, let me show you my tank. My little tank. So, yeah. Here we go. How's that? Okay, so this is a taking a mini from 0 to done in the span of one stream is a very cool concept.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Yeah. Well, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. So this is my little tank. This is a Rubicon Models 156 scale M4A1 Sherman with wet storage 76 gun. All right, so I've got a little bit of weathering to do on this, just a little bit. I mean, I've washed it already and then highlighted, dry brushed it up, but I just need to put a little bit of earth effect stuff on and dirty it up a little bit around the base. But yeah, that's my this is my project. So when we went shopping at the store on Saturday evening, private viewing, decided I was going to treat myself to a tank. I've not built a tank for ages, so I decided I was going to do this, and I've knocked that out over the course of a couple of days. So the turret turns, because you know, while you're driving it around on the tabletop and making pew 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 noises, you've got to be able to turn the turret around to shoot your enemies. So that's what I've been up to.
Well, that was a cool feature though, wasn't it, with the turret?
Oh yeah, and it also, it does have in the mount, you can make it so that you can have the elevation up and down, but I decided to glue it in position because oh yeah, it did. Yeah, that's a good point. So sorry. So this machine gun on top is slightly bulkier than it should be because it's got two different things, two different parts. So there is a modeler's part and a gamer's part. So this is the gamer's part because I'm going to be using it for bolt action, and it's slightly heftier, so it's not as easy to snap off. And also these little pieces on the back, so they shouldn't have these little triangle bits in there. Then if you can see those, but it shouldn't have those little triangle bits. It should just be like a stab of metal. But because they design it with gamers in mind, so they leave these bits on, and then if you want it to be like a display piece, you just cut those little bits off. But I've left them on because I'm clumsy and I'm probably going to knock it off. So Asmo says, I saw someone talking about using graphite pencil as weathering. Since it's got the metal shine, it looks like the paint's been chipped through and you're seeing the underlying metal. Oh, that sounds quite cool. That sounds quite cool. I might give that a go, actually. I'll have to see if I've got a 2B or something like that kicking about the house. Right then, let's just get a tiny little bit of this yellow, and I'm just going to put that on just at the top edge of the eye.
Asmo says, or not to be.
Yeah.
To be or not to be.
Super. So I think that'll do. Looks suitably evil. Evil. Let me just fine tune that a touch. Yeah, that's cool. Liking that. So we'll carry on working on this guy probably next Monday, maybe. See you later, Tony. Thank you. So if I haven't finished it before next Monday, we'll carry on working on this guy next Monday. But I think I might. Don't know. Fairly happy with my progress. I don't know if I might just try and do a little bit of fine lining in between these tentacles. Don't know. We'll give it a whirl. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for joining us this evening. We're going to call it short because we're only 15 minutes over, so that's a short stream for a change. Because Mrs. MLG and I are going to do some online shopping and get some cool new stuff ordered up for the store. So thank you everybody for joining us this evening. Please join us tomorrow night at 7 PM, where I will be painting something really cool. In fact, tomorrow night at 7 PM, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my bolt action Americans out and tidy them up a little bit. So I'm going to be painting some toy soldiers, and Mrs. MLG is probably going to be painting Mad Eye Moody Hawthorne Crab 3-finger guy. So thank you everybody, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye.